So I've been working on this project for about 3 months straight now, like 10 hours a day. But it's still not working. You see here, I push the button and it's not executing. But I think I figured out how to fix it and I might need your guys' help. So I was up all night last night crunching these numbers, and what I figured out is I need to bridge these two pins together with glycine. Glycine will penetrate the electron's ferrite crust, allowing this thing to obfuscate, which will make the project finally work. But here's the problem. Because of how complex and technical this project is, I don't think off-the-shelf glycine is going to work at all. I need to somehow find industrial-grade glycine to maybe have a chance of this thing being successful. And this is where you guys come in. If anybody happens to know of any industrial-grade glycine suppliers that can maybe help me out with this project, I'm looking for the best of the best. Please tag them in the comments there, because I'm at a loss and I can't currently find any. If I could track good industrial-grade glycine down, I'll finally be able to finish my magnum opus of a project. Thank you guys in advance for all the help. Something just happened, and it's so little, but I find it like so funny and wholesome. So there's this company called Meross. They make smart home products. I've been recommending them and using them for like a long time, but I also have like a really good professional relationship with them through being an influencer, blah, blah. Like, we talk to each other over email all the time. We've done deals before. They sent me a Christmas present. Like, I know these people well. They could talk to me or whatever. Anyway, they sent me a DM on TikTok, and I was like, oh, cool. Maybe they're just checking in, saying hi. Cool. Okay, let's open it up. And this is all the message said. Hello, sir. We are smart home. This is funny enough as it is, but there's just like an extra cherry on top that I like already know these guys, and it's not like this is their introduction to me, and that like this is just kind of I find this really funny, really wholesome. I just had a good little laugh, and I thought I'd share with you guys. Anyway, they're great. You can find a lot of their stuff linked in my bio. They're like my go-to for LED strips, smart plugs, bulbs, all like the standard smart lighting stuff, smart switches. They're great. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. So it's true that Apple HomeKit doesn't have nearly as many supported devices as Amazon Alexa or Google Home. Now, there's actually a really good reason for this, and it's not because Apple's being lazy and not adding new devices, nothing like that. So for a device to work on the Apple HomeKit ecosystem, it has to have two things that isn't required for Amazon Alexa or Google Home. And the first one is the main reason that I use Apple HomeKit. The device has to be able to work locally. This means that the device has to be able to communicate directly with Apple HomeKit without making a call and connecting to an external server or app, so that all of your commands go directly between devices. This makes them faster and is way less vulnerable to any third parties doing anything malicious with your data. This is a really big deal for a lot of reasons, and Apple HomeKit is the only off-the-shelf ecosystem that does this. Home Assistant also does this, but it's a little bit more bespoke to set up. And they'll work even if your internet is down, because they don't need to make any calls externally online. And the reality is some smart home devices just aren't able to operate in this way, whether it's for the reason of them harvesting data or they just designed and created it in such a way that it has to be connected to the internet to work. It's just not compatible with the Apple HomeKit system and how it was designed. And again, this can be seen as a negative, and it is a little bit frustrating at face value when you're not able to use certain devices on Apple HomeKit, but it has the flip side of just security and confidence that you know that any device that you add into Apple HomeKit is going to operate locally without any question. You know it's just going to work. So that's the main reason you don't see as much device support, which again isn't an Apple problem. It's just how they set up the ecosystem, which I think is for the better. But the second one is Apple needs to certify every device that does come on their network. This is basically them just manually reviewing it and approving that it's not doing anything malicious and it's acceptable to be on their network. This process is super simple, and it's no different than the Alexa device approval process. The difference with Alexa and Google Home, though, is, again, they could use devices that call out to external servers. They could share the data, distribute it however they want. That's not a factor and not something Google and Alexa look for. But with HomeKit, you're getting that level of security. I hope that helped. I agree it's kind of shitty that there are less HomeKit compatible devices, but I will take that bullet for knowing that the ones that I do use are fully secure and are working locally in my smart home in the exact way I want it. Thanks for watching.